Lurch going for the drill. Both of those are going to get taken. Now the bottom point uncontested. We have a 2 points to 2 points right here. Arcos looks like he is going to go down to Jax right there, and Papa Pasha starting to get a cap in on this, but Sifu Calvin is going to show up and is going to interrupt that from happening. And things being a little bit chaotic there for a moment, they are starting to chill out. Sifu Calvin, is he going to get away? Malphite got the airborne, goes off. Sifu Calvin, no! Leap Strike goes off, takes him down, and now Chavez Obama fighting against Matthew Wolf's Jax here. Papa Pasha low on health, but has some mana, wants to try and deliver that airborne before recalling, but no, with Lurch coming down here, they are going to go ahead and head back. Cheese Enema is going to pick up this point and fight up Windmill Kralog 1v3 defense. Not successful there, as that point begins to get turned around, and it looks like it's going to be 3 points for Relic Hunters now against Cheese Enema. Very rapid back and forth here.
Alrighty, we got a request, quite a few requests, to rewind, and it was right about the 8-minute mark. So if you want to go ahead and join me in that,
sure.
That's possible.
What timestamp do you want me to go back to?
I paused it, and I'm going to go right to...
Wait, we can pause?
Yes, you press
What
P
the hell?
or
Hold
the
on.
play button on the scoreboard.
Oh my god. I feel like it stopped time. I'm like... Oh my god, I didn't know you could pause. This is...
Yep.
Like, dude's running, there's like a Rumble's like flying out of his seat. Okay.
I'm on
So
8:01. So
8:01.
As long as we're like half a second in each...
8:01 you said?
Yes. So I went to like 7:50, played, paused at 8:01, and then we'll go right back into the game. Again, I'm not sure why it dropped. I think it was just some communication error with XSplit server, as my net was not having any issues. My resources were not having any issues.
We could... Oh man, it's like everything went wrong, but it was okay, because Riot thought of that. Man. Okay, I'm at... my in-game clock at the top by the Nexus says 8 minutes.
Alright, so you just tell me when you hit play, and we'll go right from there. We should be exactly around a second off of each other. Shouldn't be too bad.
Let's see. No, I want it synced up better for the stream, so you give me a countdown.
Alright.
And the second that you say 3, I'll click play.
So 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
Alright.
Actually going right
See,
now.
Ezreal running up to Urgot, gets exhausted, and Sifu Calvin is going to run away. Again, we have rewound, is that the correct verb? I'm not even sure, but we did have the stream drop, so this is not necessarily live. If you are spectating them off your friends list, our commentary will not be live, but Jarvan is going to get stopped by Ezreal and Amumu here at the refinery, and is actually just kind of running around, spending some time right now. Blue team does have the 3 cap in the top 3 portions, and then is going to kite across the wall, going to jump over with this combo, and he will be safe for the time being.
Chavez Obama getting caught, a little bit of damage getting put on him, but he's going to go ahead and head away, going to regroup with Sifu Calvin, and J4 up at the top. Krog is taking the windmill uncontested, Lurch is taking the drill uncontested, a lot of rapid back and forth here. Matthew Wolf is going to secure the bottom point once again, and Papa Pasha and Arcos kind of trying to keep this point neutral over here on the bottom. It's 2 caps to 2 caps right now. The clock not moving, or the Nexus health clock not moving.
Yep, the Boneyard is neutralized. Jax is going to pick up that kill, has that Storm Shield, some extra damage and a little bit of that shield, but Janet taking tons of damage from these rockets that are locked onto her, and Eye of the Storm is going to come out. Also the lock-on finish as she left the brush, and Jax doing tons of damage here. We saw this as soon as the stream came back online. Sifu Calvin eventually gets taken out, but is Chavez Obama going to be okay? The tower's neutralized. It's pretty much just a fair fight, 1v1, possibly 1v2, but I mean, Papa Pasha is running so low, and Rumble has now appeared, so the Boneyard is going to be taken.
At the top end of the map, however, Ragnarok and DigiKid making a play for the windmill. Crowd goes up there to interrupt it, trying to delay for as long as it can, but there's an exhaust down, a Relic ult, and a sad crying mummy, and he's just so sad that that point does not belong to them, and J4 is going to fall, and they are going to claim the windmill. 3 points again for Relic Hunters. These towers are trading hands so fast right now. Matthew Wolf getting caught down on the bottom end of the map here. The airborne from Janna, but he's taking a lot of damage to go ahead and push them away there, and he is trying to withdraw. Yep, he got that nice leap strike over to Lysic, jumps right on out of the fight. Lurch gets airborne there. Lots of bad things happening to him. Sifu Calvin picking off some shots. Hanging back, really good. Urgot's a really good champ for making plays like that. Arcos does have the bottom left point, the Boneyard? I forget which one that is, but the one that has a little dinosaur head on it, and Relic Hunters are going to come down there. They're going to dive for that tower. Matthew Wolf is going to chase Nunu away while that point gets neutralized, and it looks like he is going to take Arcos out. He's just going to chase after him. He does have that phage going there. Not quite a frozen mallet yet. I think that's probably what he's going to build there. Top end of the map, Sifu Calvin and Krog exchanging blows with DigiKid and Ragnarok for the windmill, and there we go. The Amumu ult goes down, locks people into place. DigiKid gets some good hits in on Krog. Lurch comes up into the fight. J4's ult goes down, and there goes Irelia. Papa Pasha going to be the next one to fall. Ragnarok still alive. Ragnarok gets taken out. Sudden sweeping victory for Cheese Enema at the windmill.
Yep, that's a really good setup. You know, trap people in with Jarvan's ult, and then you drop the Rumble ult beforehand. They're not only taking damage from Jarvan, they're trapped, can't leave unless they have a blink, standing on that massive damage over time from Rumble. Meanwhile, Lisic and Matthew Wolf were able to take the Boneyard here in the bottom right. So, I mean, it's Relic Hunters once again up 3-2 in terms of caps. Nunu making a run for it here with that Blood Boil onto the quarry. Matthew Wolf is going to show up with that permanent high 5, gets the stun, and is going to get ice blasted, but we'll see if the phage procs on the leaf strikes are going to come into handy. The phage does proc, but going to give up the chase. Well, True Shot Barrage comes out. Oh, the Hextech Sweeper is going to give vision on Lisic, even though he's running around on the other side of the rock, and now Lisic's just not in a good place. Rumble's going to show up along with Sifu Calvin on Urgot. Now they're going to go ahead and fight Matthew Wolf. Matthew Wolf was exhausted, but he's still putting out tons of damage onto Lurch. Lurch gets the ult down before he dies, though, allowing Urgot to pick up the kill, and they're going to go ahead and try to take back the Boneyard, while Arcos on Nunu has neutralized the quarry, yes, but was interrupted by Ezreal, and now Matthew Wolf shows up with the revive, is going to help take this down, stops the Absolute Zero with that stun on Counter-Strike. They'll be able to take it right back.
And there was a save at the refinery by Jan with a garrison at the last moment. Krog and Chavez Obama fleeing from that point, and now over at the drill on the complete opposite of the map, Ragnarok and DigiKid dealing with Chavez Obama over that quest objective point. And Janna and J4 in the jungle trading a little bit with each other. And Chavez Obama low on health. That defender's advantage, is that going to pay off? Is Ragnarok going to take that hit? No, Janna stops the tower from firing in order to save Ragnarok, and Chavez Obama gets airborne, still alive, but just barely, probably going to retreat to get some hit points, and that's exactly what's happening there. Sifu Calvin chases into the jungle after Janna. Amumu goes ahead and recalls, and that point is going to stay firmly in Cheese on his hands. Lisic going for that, fires off the ult there, and he's going to interrupt that bottom cap. Good job, that would have been neutral. Otherwise, the revive not quite getting there in time for DigiKid, but arriving now to pick a fight with Lurch down at the bottom. That ult goes off. DigiKid is... how is this going to go? We got the Irelia ult that goes down. We got the flamethrower going on, and Rumble is going to take out Irelia down there, but now Jax going to show up along with Nunu. It's like change of the guard. It's like a tag team match down here. You got that. There's that promote that I was talking about. Builds up a big creep wave there, and Jax going into this. He's going to get that counter-strike off, drops that stun. Arcos getting chased over there, and he is going to go down. Now Jax has to clean up all those minions at the top end of the map. Different things going on. J4 catches Lisic with the ultimate there, and Chavez Obama and Krog. Chavez Obama a little bit low on health there. Got the percent damage from Amumu's AoE. It's going to eat him up if he stays alive long enough. Papa Pasha helping out with a little bit of the damage there. Chavez Obama is going to go down, but Lurch is up at the top now. Reinforcements have arrived, and they are going to get pushed off of Windmill just temporarily as Relic Hunters regroups a little bit.
Yep, I mean, it was a really close call for Papa Pasha, going back to base with right around 25 health before regen came in. However, the objective buff is on the red team, but Ragnarok going right in with the bandage shots. Irelia comes up, being played by DigiKid, gets for the tower to stop hitting, but they had to get off the tower, so Ragnarok taking tons of power damage. Krog will live through that fight. Meanwhile, DigiKid is now going to be chased down by Urgot, and Rumble will go down. Lisic showing up a little bit on the other path, and decides not to just show up right to the tower to try to go for the cap, as then he would be in bad position. The ultimate, the Hyper Canadian position rivers are coming down for Sifu Calvin, gets Lisic out of the fight, and now they're going to try to focus on Papa Pasha, but Ragnarok comes in, actually bandage shots as a minion, but that's okay, because now you're surrounded by two enemies, putting out tons of AoE damage with those tears, and is just going to continue railing onto Urgot, and Janet's actually going to pick up that kill credit and they're going to continue chasing away Malphite and Rumble. The Zephyr Slow comes out from Janna. Meanwhile, the Bandage Toss hits over the wall into the brush, gets the Hextech Sweeper, and now Rumble has permanently, for the time being, or temporarily rather, that's a complete misuse of the word, but has been given vision if he was trying to just juke in and out of that brush so that Amumu could continue targeting him regardless of brush movement.
You have a KDA on? Someone asked me about that.
Yup, it was. I completely forgot until I switched the timestamp, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's been around for now, but apparently I have forgotten today, so that's on now. We can see the KDA. Meanwhile, Nunu just dealing with Jax here. Doesn't have the tower advantage. The tower is neutralized. He's gonna start just kind of trying to tick away at it. Jax is gonna initiate and try to back off. Look at Ice Blast doing tons of burst damage. But then the counter strike comes in, but sees Urgot and is going to have to make a run for it. The lock-on does not land, so the Acid Hunters will not be chasing him through who knows where. Nunu's going to keep trying to chase him away, take some burst damage, but is just going to run straight for the Health Relic with that Blood Boil on.
At the top end of the map, the fight finally having broken out up here. We have Relic Hunters on all sides of the tower, and a couple of AoEs, couple of ults, lots of ults. If a stack goes down, Lysic pays for being in the middle of it. Ragnarok still alive. That percent damage is doing some work on Chavez Obama. DigiKid getting the kill there, and Krog going down also. And that point is going to get taken by Relic Hunters. We got a couple of revives going off. Chavez Obama heading straight up towards the top right now. They are not going to be able to get there in time to interrupt it, but they may be able to turn that back over for themselves quickly here if they are able to get some kills in on Ragnarok and Papa Pasha. Ragnarok doing a very good job of being able to defend delay so far this game. Got a Garrison goes down on that turret there, and they really want to get Papa Pasha. You see them trying to focus her. The two champs on her, Sifu Calvin doing the damage on Ragnarok. Krog's trying to stop that tower from firing, and Ragnarok looks like he is finally going to go down. DigiKid and Lysic are going to catch up to the top point now after Ragnarok was able to delay for so long there. And we have Lurch up at the fight as well. Get the position reversal on Lysic. Lysic taking a ton of damage, getting obliterated right there. Ow, that makes me a little bit sad. DigiKid going down next. Papa Pasha now, the subject of all of the violence, as Malphite's going to go ahead and recall. Krog's going to turn around and start the cap. Lurch is going to try and keep Papa Pasha away, but no, she's going to get that interrupt with the airborne, delaying it for as long as she possibly can. But reinforcements are not going to arrive in time, and Papa Pasha is going to go ahead and recall.
Yep, meanwhile in bot lane, we saw Matthew Wolf just porting out after pushing all the way up to the tower. Got a ton of the tower cap points down, but was not able to neutralize it. Meanwhile, during all of that fight, we saw Nunu actually neutralizing the refinery up in the top left. Using that Blood Boil for that mobility gives a huge move speed and attack speed buff to either just himself or an ally and himself. So Nunu really utilizing that well to just move around the map on top of the speed runes. He's just going to be a speedy little guy on his little Nunu robot. The Yeti robot, Malphite's going to come in. Nunu's going to come in from the side. Gets the Ice Blast. DigiKid just slowed for eternity and just gets absolutely dogpiled upon. We see Ragnarok comes in with the Chrysalis and Mummy, but now is exhausted. Ice Blast comes out once again, doing some good burst damage and the continued slow. We also have Malphite with the Seismic Shard. Malphite actually turns right around with the Unstoppable Force with the help of Rumble, and now Sifu Calvin on Urgot. He will pick up the kill onto Lysic. They want to now chase down Papa Pasha at this refinery.
Papa Pasha wants to delay here, but I don't know if they will quite be able to. And the recently Return to Life champions, DigiKid, Ragnarok, and Lysic heading up to try and stop this. It looks like DigiKid is going to get there in time to interrupt that cap as the fight breaks out once again. No one with the defender's advantage there. We've got the Rumble ult goes down, takes out Aurelia, Ragnarok dying shortly thereafter, and now Lysic against the world here. Trying to be Scott Pilgrim here, but he is going to get forced back a little bit, and it looks like that Chizunma is going to get away from that point. They are going to let Lysic go ahead and grab that, it looks like. Yes, they are recalling. They are going to give that point up. J4 Krog is going to head up to the windmill, and during this time, Matthew Wolf was able to secure the bottom point. So even throughout all of that going on, it was not quite the tremendous victory that it seemed to be.
Yep, and meanwhile the blue team also got the neutralize up at the windmill with the help of the minions. Now they're going to pick up Krog. I think he may be able to just delay it a little bit. He did get the brush juke down. He delays Janna. He does delay Ragnarok with that spear, but will get taken down, and now blue will be able to neutralize and cap, it seems, as everyone from red is now focused on the bottom portion of the map. They're going to try to get a 3 cap through these 3 towers, including the drill, and the 2 at the bottom. It's Lurch and Arcos against Matthew Wolf. A 2v1. The Absolute Zero is being channeled, but Arcos taking tons of tower damage, but it doesn't matter because Absolute Zero has a ridiculous AP ratio top with some good basic burst damage. Meanwhile, now it's a 4v2 up at the drill.
And Arcos getting taken out. Saw that on the map. Did not want to move my camera. That was so pretty. Not quite enough to interrupt that cap, but it looked great on camera. Fight over at the drill. Irelia shutting down Urgot. DigiKid now the focus of their efforts over there. Papa Pasha trying to get a little bit of hits in, but not quite doing too much damage. Ragnarok being the big damage dealer right there, but getting taken out. Got that airborne, and Papa Pasha is going to be Janna and just float away because she's too fast.
Yep. So Janna's going to be
a yeah.
Oh yeah, Janna. The refinery was neutralized. Janna is actually going to go straight to the boneyard to provide some extra, hopefully, neutralization. Urgot is coming. The neutralize will happen. I think. Oh yep. Even though he got the hit, it was just half a second too late. It uses the monsoon, but it's going to get taken down by the acid hunters. Gets the neutralize. Oh, actually, Eye of the Storm, allowing Papa Pasha to survive once again with only around under 30 health, around 25 to 27. Close calls all around this game for Janna. Blue team is now trying to recap the points they do have. It is now down to 56-1 when we have a fight going on right near the center of the map. Lisix Shusha Barrage is going to catch both Arcos and Chavez Obama. Doesn't deal too much damage to Chavez Obama, though Lisix so squishy will get just absolutely decimated after Rumble takes out Jax first. They're going to chase down DigiKid. Jax comes out with the revive, and the counter-strike was not fast enough to save Irelia, but they do now have Lurch on lockdown. Sleeper Calvin trying to use his ultimate to save his teammate, but that's actually just going to leave him behind for an extra death. Meanwhile, Ragnarok is now pressuring the windmill, fighting against Jarvan. The tower is still in Red's favor, though, so he's not going to be able to dive it comfortably just yet on his own.
And Arco's still alive, still okay, but now finally getting taken down by Matthew Wolf. Sifu Calvin coming down here, and Sifu should be able to help clean this up very, very quickly, and that's exactly what's happening. Urgot and Rumble putting out a ton of damage there. Papa Pasha not getting away that time. However, up at the top end of the map, Ragnarok and DigiKid were successful in capturing the windmill. DigiKid is going to go ahead and recall, no doubt, probably going to go bottom, I would guess, and yes, it looks like that is what's happening, going to try and get there as quickly as possible to keep them from getting that point. There was a point a moment ago where there was only one tower captured on the entire map. A lot of neutral's been going on, now tied 2-2, clock stopped, 28 next health to 97. DigiKid taking a lot of damage and getting taken out, but successfully delaying that. Minion OP captures the tower. Man, that minion. Buff that minion, promote that minion. He did a very good job. Papa Pasha, though, is going to take that back. Matthew Wolf catching Arcos over there, getting slowed. They are going to go ahead and sort of reset down there. Ragnarok missing with the banish toss up at the top. Chavez Obama, 1v3, 2v3 now. Storm brewing up there, maybe literally. No, Jan's at the bottom of the map, so not literally. And it's really chill right now. What the heck?
Yep, a little bit of a lull in the action while Blue Team is able to catch up just a tad bit with that 3-cap they have. And Jax is aggressing into Arcos, but little do you know, Chavez Obama comes over the wall with that unstoppable force. Matthew Wolf is going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Crowd came through the middle to start the neutralize here. Will be stopped by Janna, and now Ezra showing up for support. But it's still a 3v2 here in bot, while Ragnarok and DigiKid fighting up in the top right corner of the map. Everyone taking lots of damage, but DigiKid will be the first to melt, and now tanky Amumu is not going to be able to get away. Not tanky enough. Look at this persistent damage coming out from the flamethrower, the basic attacks from the overheated Rumble, and also, of course, the basic attacks and acid hunters coming out from Urgot. They're putting out a lot of damage onto Arcos here in bot. The True Shot Barrage will not connect, though. Close quarters in vision. Arcos is just going to walk right away. Of course, the mobility from Blood Boil helps a ton in dodging those skill shots. Papa Pasha go ahead and recap that. Once again, it's a 2-2 for just a second. Top will be once again taken by the minions from Purple Team, though, and they're also going to melt Ragnarok. So they have the 3-cap. It's only 13 points left for Blue. Can they make something happen? They are putting down a ton of deeps onto Arcos. They're going to go ahead and finish that. Can they cap this before the game ends here?
They are going to make that play right now. It is lynch or lose in this game. And at the airborne that goes off, they need to get a neutral on this, and it doesn't look good for that neutral now. They don't have enough time to catch anything, and this game is going to swing in She's Enema's favor. That really good game, Relic Hunters. That was some great Ezreal play there, although he did get focused a lot in the fights that went on, and towards the end of the game, their Rumble and Lurch and Sifu Calvin, Rumble and Urgot, man, they were just going crazy with the survivability and the damage.
Yeah, I mean, as we expected, just the meatiness, but also the damage there each champion on the red team, on Cheese Enema, was able to put out was just too much to handle. We did see the AP Ezreal, contrary to the more common AD Ezreal, on Lysik, doing lots of damage, but once again, just too squishy. And if you go AP, I mean, you could go for the Spellbound, but you don't have that persistent lifesteal on your auto attacks to kite out and kind of get back up to health, and then take some hits and go back once again.